And in case if you need anything, come. If you need any drink at all, come here. We are here to serve you better. So, share this video. Share this video. Share this video. Okay. So many people name ana-ekwu okwu ife gbasara activities Mathias. If I had ezugo. Meanwhile, click on like and love and share this video. All now, enjoy all these broadcasts. Click on like and love and share this video. A lot of women now ana-ekwu ezugo na na-ekwu okwu insecurity. Na-ekwu okwu Mathias. When are you going to talk about insecurity in this country? A Mathias issue, is it more important than the national issue and it discussed now? Let me tell you something. In case if you don't know, I want to tell you something right now. The level of insecurity in this country, if a cause the insensitive, too much insensitive nature of our leaders not being proactive. The reason we say our leaders not being proactive is because, have you seen some of these or most of these criminal activities grow today to be more like a terror and risk organization? They all have a history of how they started. And that is why now America now, no Western countries, they are more of preventive measures than actually curing the said matter when it has grown or developed. Oh, now our leaders will be sensitive. Oh, now our security wing will be more to be sensitive and be proactive in tackling crime. Some of these criminal organizations, some of these crimes are committed by, they will arrest the situation before it even develops. Why do I say so? Ezugo. Why you will have Mathias? Mathias, do you know how Book and the Haram started in Ugwausa? Do you care to know how Book and the Haram started in Ugwausa? Onye kanji wese na on the security wing guy na do proactive in tackling security challenges. Even from the onset of when these crimes mbana are planned here, they will move in and they will arrest that situation. Let me give you an instance. Keletu Boko Haram's will be done today. Keletu Boko Haram's will be done today. Boko Haram be done by a group of people who assembled themselves and will a leader. However, they don't want anything Western education. They are religious extremists in terms of they are the people, those people who are practicing that and hard ikwisinana. Ufodu sefo civilization emego na ndị na-akwisinana nne na rofo. So, if I were a religious organization, religious extremists who came together, we na ha anything Western civilization, Western education, that what they want to practice is call that hard believe in the Ikbusinana in this 21st century. When they were clamoring for that, government overlooked them Government felt that Kerifen Dan ekwu na just na-akọgheri na-ekwu ewute enu ọnụ na-ekwu ewute enu ọnụ. They continue to feel like na the bigo click on like and love and share this video. Click here on like and love and share this video. Or ya onwe anything eme na this video nwere ike hinder this video ịga can them click on like and love. You want to go? Go new bolone. Adama like our behavior and attitude towards program I na-eme. I have encouraging. I have to be honest with you. And then I may repeat you bolone. You want to go very soon? Maybe don't want to but on my inbox. There areas to go right on. I love what you are doing. I'll block you immediately. And when you that in yes, compliment is good. But when what you can actually do is to support the program. And by supporting the program, nobody is asking you to give money. If you want to give money, you are giving money out of your own free will. You can't come to my inbox, come to my WhatsApp, as you go, right on, I love what you are doing. Or you send the Alamo love emoji in the inbox. That love emoji, send it in a program I name. That like, if you send it in a program I name. You want to go? Share that program. There are so many people who will love to hear this message. There are so many people this message in waka. You want to go? Build all their mental effort. I don't support this your write-up at all. Your business. Chidi okay, your business, your family business. It's none of my business. You want to go? So now, why if I remain Ugwelsa? Government was ignoring them. Not until Hawemweta Alliance from outside. They now started implementing. They now started enforcing that thing I believe in. Onya pataro, ijiwe not in danger. Not in danger. And the fact is that these people, according to Ufodunde, because at some point in Ugwausa, ha mechakwasi egbuokwazi ndị na-akpụ isi n'ala ndị otu ha ndị na-akpụ isi n'ala. Ịghọtago iji wee gosiri na belief ha do far much different from nke ndị na-akpụ isi n'ala. Onye ka nji wee sị ụlọ nwere ife a na-akpọ onwe ndị a na-akpọ religious extremist. Nya ha na-do so extreme in their religious belief. I am still coming to Mathias. I want to tell you how I am indirectly fighting insecurity in the East, but you don't know. I want to tell you how I am indirectly helping to fight insecurity in the Southeast while you are busy talking about already grown-up crime organization, claim life of our people with the so-called Fulani herdsmen. I want to tell you how I am helping to fight a demon that is going to torment us in the near future. If we look at it also and say, happen to these people, face serious issues. I want to tell you how this minor issue can grow up to be a serious issue tomorrow in the future. Because all these things we are fighting today, Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, mention them, they are all activities that started just like Etu Mathias Webido, a leader who claimed that he is speaking for a particular group of people. And that time, Habidi, they use some kind of insightful words. People say, nah, just than where anything high. Before you know it, they started adding little the mother can say, or just a few among them who will now perpetrate that criminality act. Before you know it, have with alliance from an organization Duguru well established, and the rest is history today. That's why at some point you even begin to wonder who is funding these people. They have some activities before how high people who believe and if I believe. Obviously, maybe because of one interest or the other. If it was a fund. Now, let me explain very well. Just like Boko and Haram, Shaka will be done. Shaka will let him. We don't want education. We don't want, before you know it, due to na ha na-agwa gị ịghọtago due to na ha na-agwa gị na ha chọrọ Western education. They don't want anything Western. Just like if ụfọdụ ụmụnne anyị na ha ebido izuzugharị kịta ndị feel okay that these people are actually too timid with the kind of backward into has a promote backwardness. We can actually use them as an instrument. If later is where you be use where I feel na ha jikwa through powerful enforcement enyere ha with ngwa ọgụ niile ahụ ebili ha fugbe ha si wee feel na ha eji ngwa ọgụ ahụ wee zọtakwa for their own interest. Ha maọkwa na nwere other people na-eyuzukwa ha for their own selfish interest. Before you know it, that organization grew up to a born today. Nga aside. Now, let us go to what happened in Rwanda. If a man in Rwanda is more like an animal try as much as possible. Can I use English? Because na they use English. Or when you hear different name this construction in the member. Name use English. Or you nyaga name signal mark somehow, and I don't want it. Or one on Rwanda. The genocide in Rwanda today. Would genocide. If a cause here today, na no. I wonder. If I na weba tribal, a what go ethnicity, and I be that policy. Nya we femelu na Rwanda. Kerife juwe ko sogwa me okuono insightful words. Ke juwe ko sogwa. When you say from nowhere, those people are not tribal extremists. Ndabu tribe, eto ya we puta Igbo, ndabu nya Igbo, ayiwu ndị Igbo. Somebody took a mass dibia. Ndị Igbo nka, ndị Igbo karịcharo, ndị Igbo wu ha bidolu civilization bido na Igbo. Igbo this one, Igbo this one, Igbo this one, Igbo is this one, Igbo is this one, Igbo is this one. Every time Igbo, they are Igbo extremists. They took a mass dibia for Mathias Ezakwa. And it's not as if they truly love Igbo, so it's just because they have found a means of survival. If you want to, let me tell you honestly, the best way to eat deep into the mind of the people is indeed through religion, one. Two, is through tribe. People that have tribal sentiment. That is why, even in Lagos, onye Igbo nwere ike je zuru ife mmadụ. Onye Igbo nwere ike je zuru ife mmadụ. Agada na-eti onye Igbo ife. Ofu onye Igbo pụta ebe a sị na-emewekwana ndị Igbo na-etu aka esi emewu ndị Igbo na Lagos baba efu ebe ahụ efu anụ adu divided into two. Ndị Igbo niile na ebe a kịta akwụrụ one side, ndị Yoruba akwụrụ one side. Before you know it, ayadazi aka akụkọ onye je zuru ife mmadụ. Ife ayadazi ekwu okwu uwo na ndị Igbo na-emewu ndị Yoruba na ndị Yoruba na-emewu ndị Igbo. Ebido okwu bata marginalization into a clear case of theft. That is to show you how religion and the ethnicity can divide a whole country into two. There is no level of crime it cannot originate. There is no level of crime it cannot cause to a society. Negente. Now, a kui isusu between two major tribes in Rwanda. Ofu tribe the more powerful because no hana ache. A way band nke ni afa. Wesa na ha cockroaches. Nde nke anashi. Where will this one? All people do come Mathias and Mazidi be with Allah. Hana na social media. E wonu nwayo na efuerie na engineer na efuerie na engineer. Before you know what is happening, President na-achị Rwanda mgbe ahụ see from the major tribe ndị ji power wee ba plane wee na-eje somewhere and the area ebe a nọ wee gbari plane ahụ n'elu ugwu within the area of nke ndị eni a na-instigate ha against wee nọ ebe ahụ wee gbari plane ahụ n'elu because no ha nwa nwelu instrument of army, police, and everything more than their side. How we will have Bania Hefa Jueme before call away qua Ebu Nande tribe more than 1 million people. I'm telling you, he will fool if Makari Kuya Kuano, and maybe Mathias Lebu. No, Yamu, Chineke Punoko, on week, Ebun. And now feel no a man where's an equip. And now for us, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. They're guilty. Because we are fighting or go. I go to the level where it will chase us. Now, go the remaining thing you eat about deep into us. Nanibo. Niba suffer a lot too. In case if you don't know. Niba suffer a lot that we can sit down and watch another demon grow up within us. I am only to an before you know it, before call Akwa Kokolonko in the morning, Ebuna, those other tribes, more than 1 million of them, block all the whole access road. And with a halo, drug out to Joe, he didn't hit to Gerion, a woman, my police, Mako, Eji, Mako Cage when I must seize it. He was a fan of Ngaro, I won't buy if tribal ogo. Cage will millions and millions of people. Look at the Fulani herdsmen today. Whether you like it or not, those are people among them now constitute these nuisance are also Islamic extremists. People among them then now constitute this nuisance. One in Nigeria today. Or a leader, and they instigate her. All these things are new. I are they wake up one until I am with that to capable to fund them. I can bring it down to what is happening in the southeast today. If you say how mean Mathias said, declaring on na yamu, no yamu, na nemendi bunga, na nemende sorry, na ndoka nemenka, ndoka wundohi, kanjo ya juju, kerifa nemo bumwado. Mathias na so, na ndoka wo bumwado, there are mothers that this one, kerifa nemo nye bumwado. Somebody sign nearby. Kerifa nemo nye bumwado. Kerifa nemo nye surohi. Kerifa nemo nye bumwado. Kerifa nemo nye surohi. Onye gburu mmadụ ọkwọ ogbugbu ka ya egbu onye zuru ohi nke iji egbere na mma wee zuo ohi ọkwọ ogbugbu ka ya egbu ya o mechakwa n'ikpeazụ nọrọ na-asị let me tell you Mathias n'ụkata echi niile wee nweta an alliance with the people who can fund him maka Mathias nwere intention. Mathias no teaching in there, especially with the way and manner those one I have to go na that young man in one single conscience. Mathias one single conscience, and only you can see bitterness and wickedness written all over him. And don't feel runande religious leaders that Christian organization na so much. Not believe in so much that he is speaking from the place of minority. So tomorrow, offer somebody where he get in a alliance only to be in the same position and in the same level to be able to fight these people. Mathias will gladly accept it. Ewa draw odoka. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. We have posted a couple of videos where he cannot say one thing without mentioning on, where he cannot say another thing without mentioning on. Mathias onwu yebu ha. Mathias onwu yebunu. Ono yawu. Ona yobel. Ono yawu. This is what he wished Christians and their leaders. And don't hear that wishes with a man okuono. Are you telling me that tomorrow? Are you telling me now that tomorrow? Now tomorrow. No na Mathias nweta something when we enforce that thing on the that we are not going to have another security challenges in our hands. Is that what you are telling me? Already, when we was video, we say no one government here in do proactive in tackling crime. Only a lot of people who make pages on social media today are supposed to hit that walk around free, because every grown-up crime I committed in this country currently now started as a discussion on social media. So all government here now monitor social media. They should be able to get tip-off. They should be able to either prevent, they should be able to either make arrest that is going to link to something that there are so many missing links that you can gather from discussions and behaviors of people on social media. It will make sense to you. Even Zambia is an African country in the southern Africa, but if you see how the secret service here, Giano, low-key, the secret service here, intelligence officers here, Siano, low-key in social media, no one comment sections, and they engaging in equation, and they engaging in equation. Hey, wait, I go every single information handed in weather. The next thing here, I know they pick it up. That is the next thing. Because instead of them to allow you to incite people to either say, oh, when Bano Kataro, a wepo, Nandebiala Abia, Nejeruna, na only one compound, dodo after Matelu, na Lelanda, Nelu, na that, Lelanda, Lueba. Ofo yobudo we tije goli ife na shop onye Rwanda we ru ebe a onye Rwanda we meghe fridge o we fo pass anu mmadu n'ime okwu ase nde bulitere okwu awu. Those people are na ha like nde bia abia, just like this young guy Wunya engineer with this xenophobia in South Africa today. Are you not aware? Not somebody started here the same way Mathias is when they spread the hate among Christians and the ordinary. Are you not aware? No, that same way, because somebody is way bido spread the hate between the Belabia and foreigners in South Africa and in the South African indigenous. Are you not aware? We bido like that, they spread the hate here before you know it. That hatred only spread, go into physical action, and the people are losing their lives on a daily basis because of an action that started as a mere conversation, recruiting people, working on people's emotion. Have you seen? Now, in their own case, government kept quiet because body language. Government teach body language here. Where support because I have to be honest with you, all this southern deck, all these southern countries like Mozambique, Angola, South Africa, Zambia, and the rest of them, they don't need you. That is why Hajuene strict and strong immigration rules that is only going to favor most in the befa. As a foreigner, if I don't want to bono, you will have a bono. So they don't need you. So how does he will do that negligence will support all their citizens into committing such acts? The reason Patrick will arrest that guy in instigate this xenophobia in South Africa is because Nambu whatever na you. So government needs to cover up. That is why you see them reacting, just like the negligence of our government in terms of Boko Haram and in terms of Fulani herdsmen. You will see that this is more like an orchestrated act being backed up by the negligence of people who are in power and who are in authority. But whenever, anytime the government wants to work, and you see that this social media, when they pick their intelligence, I am telling you what is happening. Now, Zambia, before you even say Jack Robinson, the Secret Service, intelligence officers, they will get your phone, they will ransack your phone, they will ransack your house, Kahadu Cho, any aligning group gonna have a discourse about those things. In fact, they will first of all want to know, can if form the basis and foundation of this thing in Eku? Kahaman where people instigate, Kahaman where people na chi yuzu where commit something. Kahaman where a group where a discussion is being held. They're going to hold you and they will do a thorough investigation, or a Hamisha investigation. Wherefore, that this is just something they just will think out from your head. They will now start with the process of clearing you now for you to understand. In order go, external influence, external factors. When they chase it, can they die? Don't cast. How we better end. Now, government will now start with the process of educating you. Or lack of that proactiveness. Wunya na eme na cry more wuna na Nigeria. A grow auto obedient act and our government in our day we even hey we go after it rather than preventing it from the root cause. I am saying this because only need the tag Anambra State Governor Soludo. You need to tag him. Mathias is an impending danger that is still waiting to explode in Anambra State, in the southeast region. If you see the aggressiveness, Dunime Umubinga on a groom, Ibihewe, how what young mad pieces. I'm being honest with you. If you see the aggressiveness on Adunime, you will ask yourself, can they even win that? He is growing their mindset. He is changing that brain. He is now putting that one, artificial one, OG, for his own selfish interest. I hope you are listening to what I'm saying. He is now giving, okay, can you every what I've had or the common now, is it sensible that they are one mother? No, yalo, even a baba, not one a play, or to repair, or body, young and war, and war, because nowhere the world or somewhere. This is orientation in these people over the years. If I will, mind of these people can prepare over the years. As time goes by, they are becoming more hardened in that new teaching and in never. The time we are war, Amalona had to go ready to execute. And it only happens in a society where the government is not active. Mathias is a danger. Let's talk about insecurity. Insecurity is about Nigeria. Do you think that it started yesterday? Do you think that it started yesterday? Let us like it. What if you prevent that madness? Why Nigeria do you like a cure, career prevention? Can't you honestly prevent something from occurring in the first place? Must you always wait until the time you will now start looking for cure and solution to a grown Allah which you could have avoided when it was still trying to germinate? Are you telling me that our government be done and watch it? Look, only a woman, 1 year, and I said go and bring the record, their record in the family. Okay, people get more than how many times? Okay, man, okay, to Munye. Okay, for you take your time, one day here. Okay, man, one you will do. Go to you, okay, for one day, Luna. It will get more than over and over and over and over again. It is not something that just came to the mind. They all acted based on accumulated thinking and actions. We feel Melonia which were post thinking yet at that particular moment. A what I go or out is a hose book. So, in kita anokata bido abatanu noka agba mmadụ After because that's what they have started doing. Yes, that's what they are. They are practically trying to tell you how weak Jesus Christ is. So they have so many times brought about church leaders. They have brought about church leaders. They have brought about even Christians. They are beginning to show you places, evidence to show you that Jesus Christ is all capable of protecting. So what makes you think that they cannot carry it up to an advanced level just to eat Mathias? What are the measures? Or shall you use? What are the measures or shall you use to ensure that no can an? Can you tell me those measures? Chineke ya akpọkọ nwa anwa winu any government ifa ibe atụ ngunga be ya nwụọ ọnwụ ya egbu na ọnwụ ike ya egbu no ọnwụ ike ya egbu no ọ na-ayọ bel gụnụ ọnwụ ike ọnwụ mmadụ bịara ahụ wee ọnwụ ike ọkwọrị ọnwụ bịara ifa maybe by accident or through ịgbanwu mmadụ or through ịmụ mmadụ ọkụ or through any form of disaster ka ọnwụ ike ji egbu mmadụ ifuta n'ebe mmadụ na-akpụrụ ụla oteta ha asị na ọnwụrụ ọnwụ ike. Our security agencies should be able to interpret mindset and reactions of people on social media. A lot of crimes are committed today. Start from this social media. But you will not know. You will not know. Tomorrow, a criminal organization who also want to use an opportunity of unrest among the mindset of Igbos to commit a particular crime can go and get somebody like Mathias. I'm not target a particular section of Igbo. They can go and meet him. No one will interest. How are they going to meet so that both this side and this side, their interest will be actualized? They can go on a roundtable discussion. This is what we are going to do to be able to get you what you want, and this is how you are going to play along to be able to get us what we want. A crime and a criminal organization is established. You see why it is wrong when you see people inciting other people and you keep quiet. In a shape, the blue man's in your state. That is at the point where you want to start crying. Where you want to start crying is na mission school. That is what you want. Where you want to start talking is that is where you want to come out and start protecting and start talking about insecurity. That's why I don't even understand some of you. I don't know. Nigeria will zero approach to preventive measures. That is why COVID about Nigeria millions of Nigerians. Because why other countries are busy with preventive measures, Nigeria to so porous. And the religious activities are they make in this country. Now God ada no in Nigeria. Because I don't see Nigeria, despite the level of resources I went over there. From my being able to contend that Ebola. Because other countries, those diseases, you invest more in preventive measures. You invest more in prevention than actually curing, because when it comes in, curing it becomes too terrible. COVID in Nigeria, UK, United UK government, on Nigeria, Haka, the American, on the China, and the Cabo. We will say Nigeria. We will say Nigeria. I can't contend with COVID-19. You see? So, some of these things, you invest more in preventive measures rather than controlling them when they eventually come to play. What Mathias is doing is very dangerous. I am not doing it because I hate him. I don't. There was a time when Sidibia water no nweke kulobia. We say government call or nweke kulobia bam church ten this way. Is that not insightful words? I am asking you, is that not insightful words? You are trying to incite a different set of people to prepare their mind into believing that na deny their place of worship. You are therefore inciting them. Do you know that criminals, do you know that people who want to carry out their criminal activities can take advantage of that your comment? That is why today the people who will criminal mind infiltrate their struggle. Yes, that is because there was an avenue, an opportunity that allowed them to take advantage of that struggle. Yes. Maka ndị Igbo aha ama ebe mmiri bido mara anyị. Nya ka anyị eji ha ama ebe ọ kwụsịrị ịma anyị. When you create an enabling environment where everybody can come and carry out their interest, it was way, yeah, it creates go an enabling environment. Free. Your intention of creating that organization is not for owner, but even or do so porous that people with conflicting interests can now come in. And what are the most places these things are now to porous through one. If you are heading an organization and your body language and your command and everything about your action is driven towards peace, it will be difficult for any of such people to take advantage of that organization to act or to execute their. But if your body language and your words is always geared through this element I'm talking about can easily take advantage and prey on that particular program in order to carry out their selfish and personal interest. So when you look at Mathias, you will say what Mathias is doing is not that has foundation. Well, a peaceful foundation. Mathias believes that it was a war. If not, I've told him to say Christianity came here not through the process of the wars of war. Christianity came here giving our ancestors and our forefathers the kind of love they have never experienced. They showed them love, they showed them kindness, the kind of love and kindness you will use to war a woman. This guy, he hated this guy. I am like Nigerian for this guy. At the end of the day, or end thereof, fall in love with that guy. It is because that guy has come in a different way and manner which you cannot explain. When somebody begin to show you love and kindness in abundance, you will be so shut out that you won't even know what you are doing anymore. That is the truth. That was the approach the Westerners used on our forefathers and show them that our God is all about love. This is what love is all about. They brought, they opened mission hospitals where people can go and get advanced medical treatment. They opened mission schools where our people can go and get advanced learning. They started taking some of our people to Obodoyiwo to go and train them in different fields. They will send gifts that our parents has never seen. They brought science and technology and showed our parents that this is what life is all about out there. They brought about migration where you can migrate from point A to point B in order to find a greener pasture. That the field is not always green just within your area. They introduce a lot of new things. When somebody introduces new benefiting ideas to you, you may even be forced to leave everything about yourself and your existence at the mercy of that person. It is a simple trick, a profiting trick. Yes. So now all Mathias' intention is of good and not of evil. If Christianity penetrated our land through the message of love, why can't you use the same message of love to also bring our people back to where you say you are taking them back to? It's a question. This is not between us and Inde Yoruba. Because when you start talking about Christianity, when you take Nigeria backwards, I will ask myself, just like Etu J Pakis Weku na video, na voice note, na voice last side. From independent till now, how many Christian leaders should go to this country? Yeah. When you want to be inclusive, talking about the whole Nigeria, you talk about the two major religions in Nigeria, except if you are scared to talk about the other one. If you want to limit it to an Igbo, you can limit it to an Igbo. I am one in Eku about Igbo land in particular. But what you should have used is when you want to play at the emotion of people, you use two things. It's either you incite them violently or you use love. You use love. Love na that permanent when it eventually germinates. Violence can only be temporal because only the violent experience your love or your drop with any now, and with chances no your drop with any now, go in deep regret. So can you tell me when you say Ezugo, forget about even Basaro Mathias, let us talk about insecurity. Is it that you want to talk about already established insecurity in one? Or you are not interested in the one who will it deep? Do you know what it means? Namely, the outbreak of religious organization. Do you know what it means? Your mother is not safe. Your father is not safe. Your sister is not safe. Yes. Christianity has gone deeper into the blood of Ndibo that no one na abataketa. Look at Ifemena, no Ozobro massacre. Do you know how many people were there? We are talking about over 20 people from different families, not just one family. Oh, we family ketal mwadonabo. We family ketal nena. And this is what I am talking about. Forget about this. Let us talk about this. Forget about this. Let us talk about this. Ndo Kabatalo Bido introduce Melundebai a new method of doing things against the archaic and the wicked way has Wenemenkehaneme. Well, no, you can actually do this. You can do this. Some of you on a member to take a decision or banish your mother. They brought in law, government. Yes, or an individual body. An independent body that can be able to maintain law and order and enforce it where necessary. Apart from personal, now what we are now battling with is individuals using their power and influence now to influence those institutions. It is better. At least I know closer to solution than what we used to have before. Our forefathers saw it. They saw sense in this. They saw orderliness. They began to deviate from the previous ways as we made those things. Tell me, why can't you use the same approach? Look at free hospital, it's an error. If you go, Nando Kabiaba, Hakugo, Kandocha, Siwe Butela Yoka. Ndocha, Bialo clinic. Ma antenatal, postnatal, and different. In fact, in the target themselves one day, or take missionary gospel to who even that day jokano. Yes, even they no kahanaga. When if I had all those love and the affection and everything do design for people. Nwanyi ị na-achụ ka go na ewewa go na yona wudumbo o nwere ike ọwụrụ nwanyi kwagoro ịnụgoro ya sị ebe ọgwa ndị mmadụ tụfiapụ onwe ife ya ejikọ mụ na onye but later you eventually end up with her na bed because ni use gift and many beautiful things to woo her ofu another part of you ofu biga anya love yeme mmadụ whether fake or real yeme mmadụ ofu biga anya for your intention towards him or her onye for your intention towards him or her, onya hebido, lerasiwa, some of street rules around you. Before you know it, onya hawolo all yours. So since Mathias has chosen not to use love as an approach, but to use force, because he is using force, I can assure you that he's using force. Oh, no, well, choose this or you buy. Choose this or you buy. Especially when they don't have any power to take life out of you. They are gradually waiting for the day they will have an alliance. They are gradually waiting for the day they will have somebody that is going to give them the kind of empowerment they want, so that they can now start executing. Ọwụrụ na Nigeria or na Anambra State, who a country, ebi wu na alụ ọlụ, mgbe ahụ maazị dibịa kwuru na anwa akụtuo ọlụlụ eke ekwula ọbịa chọọchị 10 esue budoza na ha eje ha yata budoza debe standby chọọchị 10 esue. He want to reduce Anambra State into the state of anarchy. O nwere iwu a na-akpọ ya ọdan achọrọ m ikwu ya ebe ọ na gọọmenti a suppose ọgụ na gọọmenti achọghị ime ya arrest, gọọmenti suppose invite ya for questioning or into record that he was eventually invited for so and so insightful words, or do recorded, so that if anything happens tomorrow, it can be traced to that. But our society, our state, our country do so porous that sensitive and important information, all these people, look, Fulani men, they started Bobo, first of all, looking for settlement in areas that is not even their territory. They first of all try to penetrate the government into introduction of Ruga settlement. It is a process that started a long time ago. Now, when all the approach they want to use to systematically penetrate every section has failed, that was when they now started applying force. And they did not just start applying force when they don't have sponsors or allies. If not, Kelebe has seen what are the kind of ego and the kind of ngwaga had all these things. Is it not alliance with a powerful organization, or alliance with a powerful somebody who, by the way, may not even have the same interest with the one they have? Only can weigh a different interest, but seeing the area where they are passionately driving to, he decided to exploit them. So when I talk about Mathias and I say talk about insecurity, which other insecurity am I talking about? Apart from Nkemwerike is swinging into your house in the middle of the night when you are sleeping without knowing. Yes, if Mathias can successfully raise each and every of these demons in your home, tell me, all these people now support Mathias no na-ekwu na ndị ụka ya anwụ, onye nne na-eje ụka, onye nna na-eje ụka, onye ụmụnne nụchalụ di o ụmụnne ndị nwoke na-eje ụka, sọsọ nya bago na awaken Mathias in his mind. Ọ na-akọrọ Mathias aka ebe Mathias na-ekwu ọnwụ gbuo ndị ụka, ọnwụ gbuo ndị ụka. What it means is that somebody who has given up on the father and the mother, somebody who is willing to bury the father and the mother and do because na ha with different belief with him. Is this somebody ya will be able to have sense? Have sense. Have sense. I don't know why the government of Anambra State is still failing. Ogo na Mathias asego ndoshanka ogujikwa anu na Iran ndị Igbo. You want to go such kind of person nweta funding from somewhere. O believe kita na Oyedeboke come to an Igbo today. O believe na Ebuka Obi ha. O believe na Father Mbaka ha. O believe na Father Bemoso ha. O believe na no nwere what it takes to fight these people. Yes, o believe that onwere what it takes to fight all these bishops and the Ndanosha na Igbo. But tomorrow, Oku Erigide if I one day, or when meet here somebody, well an interest if actually harvest na Igbo. I know you don't like these people. Look at what I can do to get these people down under your feet so that you can sit and decide the fate of these people. I can do it for you, but look at what I want. Are you telling me that somebody so capable of you that he will not go or move with that plan? Why is Governor Chukwuma Soludo Wambafo? Why is his government refusing and failing to checkmate activities of Mathias, preparing the mind of our youth? Kahawulu carnivorous animals waiting to prey on me and you. Imeshono which even actually maybe interested Nankemen or your state. I'm not saying they are not human beings, they are human beings. But I say now is inuno dolomma wepo wanilo. I say now is inuno dolomma wepo wanilo. Yes, charity, they say, begins at home. You are seeing the mind and bitterness of people who are willing because you are doing something that has nothing to do with them. Personal decision. Some of them are not even doing better than you. Some of them are so backward. Tell me why Tell me why you general price up at Yosu on your behalf. Somebody who is so insensitive like Mathias, Misibu na page Sidona, Zambia Watchdog, and there's so many news agencies in Zambia. They all sympathize with Miss Ibu family. People see from southern region, southern deck. Southern deck. They are able to sympathize with Nigeria, sympathize with, and sympathize with the Stable family. Somebody Igbo. Mr. Igbo Naso, the same language. All over the place in social media. Now I'm walking Mr. Igbo. Do you know that being insensitive, when you develop your mind to the you are insensitive to the plight of other people. You are a demon. Do you know what it means to be insensitive? Somebody come baby and ozu madu dono and actually to if you can degenerate to that level, it means you have sold your conscience. What is the human conscience? You don't have human conscience anymore. That is the level of somebody we have. Leading a sensitive organization that borders on the region and people's belief. And Mathias should be the person in the right position. How many times if Danalebe on Akuzili couples on how to live a peaceful life? How many times if on how to live a good life as a human? How many times careful on Akuzili has to be on principles and morals? How many times give God here? Every single teaching here is based on ndoka this, ndoka that, ndoka this, ndoka that, ndoka ebu guy, ebu sha guy. They are buying our people. Hanebu our people. Mwejo gajujo. Onye gbalugu na okeke na ebu. Can you for me respect kimo okeke? It's a simple question. Mwadu mechalu no wa. Accuse of ibu mwadu. Man onya he usho ndo. Inu kwa nifen na gba. To make us to the point of a accuse you need a boom mado. Onya hatch a window because Onya na Bamwa Wezugo need a busum them. Can you for shock at me? Obu Mohananama. Omen expect and spell. That is why in USA he is gradually preparing and watering the ground. At the right time, the bigger forces will come and possess this struggle. It will grow into a huge criminal organization that will be very difficult for government to contend with. Let us go back to history. Every single thing that has tormented we Igbos today, don't we know how it all started? It all started as an engagement na social media here. With that heavy voice of inciting people, preparing the mind of people, making people to believe that this is their enemy, making people to believe that once you take away this enemy, you are free, making people to believe that these enemies are the reason why your people are dying, these enemies are the reason why your people are not progressing, this enemy is the reason why you are where you are today, showing people a beautiful life, telling them that it is this same person that is standing between you and that beautiful life. When you prepare the mind of somebody up to that level, what are you expecting that person to do to that barrier? Is it not to break that barrier? To be able to break a barrier, Kalelego, don't you need alliance? It's very clear that why he is not doing anything now is because he doesn't have the resources, he doesn't have the power. Let us also remember the time Obia Obia na sense maka onye arụrụ ana na agba ọsọ mgbe onwe ife na-achụ. Onye arụrụ ana na agba ọsọ mgbe onwe ife na-achụ. For clear conscience fears no accusation. O we bido gwala ha that no nwetara information na ndị ụka na-achọ igbue na onwe ife melu ye on their choices gbuo ha ncha niile. Onye ụnafụ bụ video ahụ ọfụma, onye ọ sịrị gị egbuo onye si gbuo nwunye gbuo nwa gbuo ụmụ niile. If the fool of that video. So you ask yourself, which kind of a leader will equate his life with the life of millions of Igbos? A leader will even like to give his life to a struggle, provided that his people are saved. So any leader that feels that his life is equal to the life of the whole Igbos is a selfish one, an interest, and he is using that as a threat. Yes, he's using that as a threat. How can you tell people no? In fact, he was specific. Also, arrest here. One accident. The video I watched in ya. No one accident. You wanna go? Mana no one no katalo. Onwe ife merie. Asina agbawuri agbawu ma o na emere ife. Now can you Kilafa this Nollywood Muna Okwamuna Obiade wo the Nollywood actor cheru na bank na Asaba ije withdraw ego ndo ohi we bi ohi ewe gbawa egbe mgbo stray we tute owe nwo. So Mathias, God forbid they fa me ndo otu ebe agbuwe mmadu. So many people buy Ngolu at the rate of insecurity. Odaruke onye gbawuri till today. $1 kunyiri onye gbawuri till today. You see Clinton onye gbawuri till today. Do you want me to mention names? Kelonye gbal convoy Efa Nyoba n'Enugu. How many people nwuru na that Efa? 2 days ago, Abi Efa, chief of staff to Governor Soludo, and another man attack a convoy ha Ifa gbalo pieces. Nde nwuru na Efa akarịrị mmadụ 4. Onye gbawuru ndị ahụ. We are living in a country where we can face insecurity anytime. At the height of that insecurity, Mathias na agwaghị onwe ife melu ye. Kelonye toje nwanne ye. Kelonye toje nwanne ye. Kelonye gbulu this House of Assembly member nke Onitsha onye gbulie. Ishoka akpọsalụ mmadụ na egbugolu bai a trace to ndị gburu ha today. At the height of insecurity, Odaluke no, because of na egbusiri Odaluke agwazie ndebe ha na onwe ife melu ihe se dalụ mmadụ ị na-ekpuchasịla ka kịta ya afọ Mathias ya afọ. At the midst of insecurity nọ n'ala Igbo ka mmadụ na-agwa onwe ife melu ihe si jide ndị mmadụ gbusisia onye egbuolu si gbuo nwunye si gbuo nwa si mmụọ unu ụka ọkụ si gbuo ha na mitokam okwucha efe n'isi. You want to go? And if you mother and talk about insecurity in Nigeria and not Mathias. And that is why when you see people talking about irrelevant things on social media, you pay attention. But when we talk about critical things that can build us, that can make our environment safe, you took one thing because no or has here. Do you think I have any personal interest in Mathias? No. What is my business with Mathias? I have no business with Mathias' personality as Mathias. I have interest in his activities, which is capable of endangering other Igbo people. Even if you feel you have an extended family in an Igbo. And Yoka Church is a place that is always crowded with people. And you are seeing somebody posing a threat to such organization. Every threat in mafia. Every threat in mafia. Something capable of Igbo chapumado. Something capable of Igbo chapumado. Yeah? If you can trailer fail to break, run into a private home. On a trailer fail to break. Not only mafia. You must go the level of casualties I am with. And a queer on an eku as if na mama even neku. Eh? Isi na no Mathias ogo because of no neku na komena abagongo na ije nu musu otolo na gosi ife nnewi nwelu unu ụka ọdịnanị dowalu base nsi gosi ife nnukwu to ọgaranya if godu beye if ube gosi ife enwelu no bo ọgaranya ka bịa Mathias ise nobody n'ebe gosi ịchọka mmecha video akịta postuo ka if ube gosi ife ịpụta be gosi ife agwa no be shikasịna ya doubt ya agwa no be ibete ya doubt ya agwa no be innocent ya doubt ya ọgaranya nwere ife ifu be odo ya no be big man ka bịa mana gosi ife na-emere onwe ife na-emere onwe. How many of them? There are so many of them. Mathias is not the first. Mathias is not the first. He cannot even be the last. So what makes you think that the reason? Ibia no umunna ayi nwe nwa dibia no umunna ayi na yo he meeting no umunna number yo do na phone m onwe ife nchọrọ ejue mma akpese mpado ne kedu ife concern na believe if I cannot convert him the way I can preach to him, lobby him to, why will I force him? Why will I force him? So why are they making it seems like they don't understand what we are talking about? Activities in Mathias. Mathias is the only one. That is why that you are dividing Igbos, that you are terrorizing Igbos. Because not also nya who the only person na ekwu ọdịnala okwe nwere ndị na-alụ dibia enwere ndị si turu that practice wee na-enwe ego na-enwe nke wu ego to ka ndị dibia ma ụfọdụ n'ime ha jikwa ya egwu wayo ha eburu ha n'isi etu Mathias si wee gwa chụpụrụ ya n'isi ifu the way Mathias si eme nke udo anya na onye ahụ somebody na drive towards a particular interest. Yes, the field is green for everybody. Yes, but what we don't want is you coming to start inciting Igbos against each other, telling them Nandoka Berehanka, Nandoka Chukwuemenka, they are deceiving my people, they are doing this one, they are doing this one. Election in Azo, is it a position in the church? Is it not a position Nigerian constitution created for you to get something from government to serve your people, to give to your people, and not for you to get from the church to give to your people? House of Rep in Azo, is it a position in church or is it a position in government? If you eventually win that position, is it a position for you to get something from church for people or to get something from government for people? So I want to understand why church, how they hide us, they are killing us, they are doing this one, they are doing this one, they are doing this one. Spreading hatred among Gundibo. Evangelist Buko be here na akpọ ona ha hu ndị Igbo ibe onwere onye Yoruba no n'ime ha. How many times ka ekpogolo onye Depo? How many times ka ekpogolo Adeboye? How many times ka ekpogolo Justin Suleiman? How many times ka ekpogolo all those Yoruba and also Hausa pastors? El Buba Harandotu. How many times ka ekpogolo Hausa? How many times ka ekpogolo all those nde iman nde na isinana? Are you not aware that some part of Enugu State, Bono, are dominated by Indena Isinana? Are you not surprised that some part of Imo State, are dominated by Indena Isinana? When are you ever going to stand up and start talking against those people? Are they not a religious organization? That is to show you you have a bad agenda about a section of Igbo. And then you now support Mathias and Efa. God will judge all of you. Because you feel like God will judge all of you. Because it's your choice for you to say, I want to go to church. So it will be a thing of disgrace if you come out and say that it is Mathias that is awakening your soul or your mind. A social media influencer. Because Ekwensu we justify this Ekwensu as if for one to bad. So ordinana makwa Ekwensu. Ikweka ajomo na use against your people. One keta na Mathias for somebody a team up with him to carry out an action that is going to make Anglican diocese of Southeast Anglican diocese to collapse. But no me. One keta na Mathias for somebody or ya align no on. Kobulaga busondo kanine no na Southeast. But no me. Only love. Ya that's no ya. Onwere udi for John Mago ya de me no wa I wish you because you want to correct your child. Isi no ya. Isi no ya duru ya mma. Isi no onwe ike ya egbu e na yori ebe na ase emeke ya anwo emeke ya anwo emeke ya anwo emeka mekwa onwo mekwa akpati ya eji niru iye eji isi mmiri for that ugboro ne kije da na correct nwa yo udi for jo sukuru nwa anya na eme bone kije da na correct nwa yo nwere ife a na-akpọ na correct nwa with love because you want that child to do better. Your anger against that child is because he or she is not doing better. And that is the first thing Mbuzo we analyze here. When I started engaging with Mathias, thank God, it was Shekube, his second in command, that joined my program about 3 years ago. Mwejo Shekube, see, your anger with Mathias, is it against Ifojo Ejuke me, or is it against Christianity as a religion? If you do against Oka, is it because no one some church leaders in Joka when they me for job? Kai we malo na ya got after getting rid of those bad influence, not within the church. Or say no. Now their battle is against the church. No kaya malele na nibo. You see, it becomes a battle. Now I have no problem. Begin to constructively engage our people. Go on evangelism. Go and tell our people the reason why they should turn to tradition. Abi omen ordinary, not tradition. We are all traditional people. Tell them the reason. Spread the message. No ka today. And your man no ka we look and no pastor ya say no one believe na Chukwu na police ya no. We will always tell you of the need for you to turn to Christ, then tell you about the judgment at the last day. The judgment here at the last day. You want to go? About the implications of not believing in Christ, about the benefit of believing in Christ. That is evangelism. You may by force. To the point that all you can just say, I hope na His Majesty no forgo the mind of somebody in your 5 million. Sometimes you people should stop being too kind. Stop being this kind of kind. No. 5 million. 5 million will need with the 5 million Jenye Seraphic Hospital. Na nka glory. Oni wojeje na teaching hospital newu nye heye. Oni wojeje ni hiala. Wori eje na Niger Foundation Enugu. Wori eje na Toronto Hospital Onitsha. Wori Jena, all these places, since you want to give it to a hospital, or he will use somebody mana no G when they push personal agenda. Or patazi ogwa na ebe nwelu a voluntary donor. By the way, that 5 million ebuko onugo without the highest donor, the highest donation, ndo mena na buze eziokwu. Igbo love themselves, the highest donor, including nke Mathias who the convener of that hospital, including nke Nyangwatiri. This is the highest donor. Obiar from a Christian who did not bother to see that you are this or that. He gave that money. He gave that money. Ngongwa putazie ina agwazia inde ye benefit from that money, and then that ye benefit from that money. That is to show this is a critical example of two people for you to actually see who is who and who is not who. You want to go? Ana agwa no nyinye kwensu wotisi bia worisi. If a practical and evident in the life of Mathias. Ana agwa no nyinye kwensu wotisi bia worisi. Yes. Oh, go to no free hospital on he must have to give it at a price for you to exchange your soul. If you don't exchange your soul to his so-called Omen and Ashosh, you cannot benefit from that free healthcare service. So, kedi ife do bad. Bible ko kwalo eba. Onyinye kwensu wotisi bia wolisi. Mana ebuko onungwo wodega nye wholeheartedly. Wolega thinking that no onye ọ na-enye ego mmadu. No one in Yego, one. We have played his words. When I say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. Mathias for alliance, or he can do and undo. For me, talk about insecurity. Don't worry. Happy one. Be proactive. All the government here do proactive. On a lot of things. Only crush the mgbe ahụ bie imechi ọnụ nọrụ na-eche mgbe intention onye ahụ manifest chala golo onye ahụ n'elu gbajie ye ị na-eche mgbe aya bịa ha asịgo tụọ ya nga aya ha asịgo mee ya arrest invite ya na ye sit ye na down go through his actions and activities regulate ye na ife ọ na-eme. Let him mind his words. Control the choice of the words when they use when they instigate our people. Today, if they follow when ha unde or omena na buze zuku no, your mind na do so bitter. You would have na go no difa ha dey wish mad. You na such kind of a person. Ni bi yegbe onwe na nke gbaram there will come a time na Igbo yawo afọ onye bu Bible we okutetu woye. So onye gwaro there will come a time na Igbo yawo if onye bu Bible we okutetu woye. So such kind of a person on na eche that time ke time on eche fa mgbe ha emecha nwe power ke time on eche fa. So what if fast forward that time somebody when you the kind of support on eche ko there that time when you that kind of support now by making every single thing on needed to enforce us available at his disposal. Think of kero time what they fire ha na-eche there will come a time yawo onye bu Bible we okutetu woye onye si ozi ọma atuwoye na ala Igbo onye me nka atuwoye oge ọ na tuwo kuwo ngwa no de mmadu afọ onye ya empower ye that he cannot carry out all those things on ekwu that he will still continue to wait from back. I enwekwo sense by force. So to have sense is a must. To have sense is a must. Share this video. When you share this video, tag the necessary people. Let activities of Mathias be checkmate. Checkmate activities here. That guy is very dangerous to Ndibo. That guy is very dangerous to Ndibo. He's very bitter. They will be on too much. That person, an enemy of Ndibo, can easily use him against Ndibo. No doubt about that. Ono shune kwelu. Echozikwo. Shola insecurity ayi kumake. Miri eluho onye Igbo n'ọkpa nta na ọya kwe mmiri eluho onye Igbo anyị like ịkwọwa mmiri nọ n'ana anyị na like mgbe mmiri ya gbagọtawa oriwezi ya eriwe. That's why onye Igbo ji awụ a victim almost ebe ọwụ na ya nọ na anyị na-awụ victims. We lack preventive measures. We lack it. Nekwa na Lagos ewepụta kanal dewe for sale onye Igbo egolu, ewepụta mmiri waterways ebe mmiri na-aga dewe for sale onye Igbo egolu, ewepụta ebe a reserve for park onye Igbo egolu. Echi niile gọọmenti bupụta master plan otibe mkpu na-egbu onye na-egbu onye. Why can't you prevent something? Why do we always want to be victims in everything? Even what we can avoid, we cannot avoid. Mmiri zoo na Lagos tato dole ebe niile very soon ndị Yoruba ebupụta master plan Lagos ya. A lot of building eji azala lord n'obodo anyị elu ala mgbe ahụ ebewekwa na onye Yoruba esika o nwere some places na Lagos ya ya funata onye Yoruba ka ọ bịa bụ n'ebe a. Reason we because ha fụbụ master plan ebe a. Mana iru Agoda kịta idewe ụlọ 300 million na Agoda onye Yoruba egolu, idewe ụlọ 500 million na Agoda onye Yoruba egolu, idewe ụlọ 300 million na Festac onye Yoruba ya ego. O nwere areas do na Lagos ya we idewe ụlọ ifuru Oyimbo ifuru Ojuelegba na ndị otu some of those places do dominated by Yoruba landlords. Iru ebe ahụ idewe ụlọ Yoruba egolu. Mana o nwere ụdị ụlọ ihe edewe na satellite town ebe a onye Yoruba ya ekwego. O nwere ụlọ ihe edewe na Agọ onye Yoruba ya ekwego. O nwere ụdị na ihe edewe na ụmụ VGC VI Lekki Oshidi na ndị otu ya onye Yoruba ya ekwego. Before ogorogodi ọ ya like ijegodu na in the planning jenene the master plan of that place. Mala ọ pụrụ na ụlọ ọ na-ego owu ụlọ alụlụ na waterways ebe mmiri si aga which ọwụ na akụtu ha today aka ya akụtu ya echi niile alụchisichana ebe niile mmiri si asese kanal niile do na Lagos. Ndị Igbo ewuru n'ụlọ rụchisicha ya mmiri zo dole ebe niile afụbụ an insensitive echi niile ibebe akwa. Look at market ewuru shops na arụchisi ebe niile a na park moto iburu moto bata n'ime afịa ya fụzi ebe parkịrị mmiri eriho ndị Igbo ha agbapụ ọsọ mmiri. Prevention is what we lack. We always want to start crying na-egbu anyị. Alụchisicha n'ụlọ ebe niile ewepụta master plan of ime afịa niile enwere kịta na Igbo mana Lagos mkpu afịa ebe niile efukwa another second round of iti mkpu na ewunu nke akụtụsichara ụbọchị a ebe elecha pipelines. The last time enwere explosion around those areas a lot of unu ndị be anyị gbachara taa ụfọdụ sink mana ya fụ onye Yoruba ya eje na that area ebe enwe pipeline ebe mana onwe ndị na-eji egwu mmanụ enwe chances of pipe burst. Ya fụ onye Yoruba ma onye Hausa ya eje ebe a jegolu ụlọ mana iru ebe a ndị Igbo egokọrọ ụlọ ma ebe a reserve for ndị amị military zone. Iru ebe ahụ ndị ụbọchị ndị amị laụcha ụla teta si na ha chọrọ ikpukpu ebe niile o nwere ike owuru ebe a reserve anyị alụ military hospital ebe a reserve anyị eji wee setụrụ ndị amị nye ha ebe ha ya alụ settlement ha ofu onye eje kughata n'azụ lewe ihe ndị Igbo ebusite ego a na-ego onye agụrụ 3 plot ogolu 4 ogolu ọlụgbu ụlọ echi niile ebupụta master plan of ebe a ebu aka dị sitiwe mkpu they don't like us jee mee demolition na Agoda. Ọkwa nwe ndị be anyị nwechara ụlọ na Agoda more than 40-50 years ago. Ụfọdụ n'ime ha nwụọna ụmụ ha nwerukwa ụlọ, ụfọdụ n'ime ha mechara na East ụmụ ha nwerukwa dị ụlọ. Ugboro one ka ịnụ danalụ na-eme demolition na Agoda. Surere, in fact anywhere na Surere ma Body Thomas kpọba afa ha ugboro one ka ịnụ danalụ na-eme demolition ebe a. Why demolition niile a na-eme na Lagos ji wee wụrụ around those areas ebe a ndị Igbo na-emepe gasị ọfụ? Why o ji wee wụrụ around those places? Oh, because of na ebe ni gasị atụcha na well planned side the National Theatre na ndị otu bagari Surere bagari ba gbone ka ịnụ danalụ onye nwere building ebe a nọkọta atiwe mgbu they are demolishing even orire ebe ni apart from area ahụ dịkwa ka ndị amị nwe. All these things are very clear. Aplanụcha Lagos nwee flow of water from canal to canal till ọba ocean mmiri zoo osi na kanal gaba but these days kita mmiri zopu ha jee na kpako ejugo mmiri na ha ezopu ojugo reason wu because ebe niile mmiri ahụ si flow apụ ablock channel lujusicha ya uno mmiri azozi odoro kanal ahazi flow kanal ahazi flow less na abịa gwocha ya agwocha one nde na-eme ife niile ahụ ọmọ Igbo a na-ekwu ya ọdụ ka ya asị ekwuekwana m nka ọkwụkwọ mkpu ife ya emecha cause problem ka m furu n'oge bido tibe mkpu erezie campaign against it Mathias change ye with the kind of words ọ na-use today ya fụ na m na-akpọ afa ya echi niile ka ife na-akpọrọ afa ọ chọọ iburu alụsị ha ka ife oburu dọla ọ chọọ ka ọlụ ofu ụlọ skyscraper were emelu museum alụsị ka business ya ka ọwụ son of my business is none of my business. You go? Man, that show a danger, impending danger. We cannot allow you to germinate. It's not possible. So, e will not Lagos. Kusikwan deba ife. Echomolo, echamuna. Even in the say, hapo Lagos, East. Even na East. Ilukwa na East. Eba he man na ofonye je wota location ye. Lewe ndị mmadụ na-egokọ because so ụmụ nwere ego so ndị Igbo nwere ego eji ego property elegodo property 10 billion onye Igbo eje goe ọ chọghị ịma ije me due diligence ka ọ malụ area leyi na-ego ụlọ. Is it even a residential area leyi na-alụ free station? Is it even designated for such properties? All these things we fire that kụziri ndị be area ebe ije golu ka ịlụ factory ewepụta master plan ya echi niile a designate in that area na factory ya there. It is very simple. Shop yi goje na master plan ya o shop da ebe a ka ụzọ gala ebe a ko leisure place ka emelu ya da ebe a ijuo ya onwe ijucha ya onwe ime something ka ọ ghara i prevent go ka ọ ghara iwe chi niile ibebe akwa ohechi niile ibewe akwa anya mmiri a na-agụsịsị gị n'anya anya mmiri a na-agụsịsị gị n'anya a lot of ndị Igbo ba ya ada like prevention ha ada like prevention okwe ma prevention ọ gbara anyị ọsọ and we will continue to cry until the day I decided inebe anya na pray anti before until na ye bido never anya na before we talk about after. We always overlook before and we always come out to cry about the effect after. Jene some places ebe alulu uno side the trade fair we gbagowe. Majority of those areas or pipelines emehodo na mmadu ye bi ebe a and inanya if na as far back as ebe 10 years 15 years now onye be around that area ije ba 100% of uno there ba uno alulu within how many years ago and don di Igbo lulu uno ni na onwe ka echeta mgbe ahụ enwe pipeline ofu pipeline no gbara ebe a ichetara ya emana a lot of uno ndị be anyị nwere ndị uno ha tụrụ nkọta nwe ndị dete mgbala uno ha into two nwe ndị dete nsenkere uno ha nwobele jezie na satellite town ka ife bụ ndị be anyị na-ekpuchisi kanal ebe mmiri na-aga n'ala uno mmadụ ịnọrọ etu a ị na-afụ ime mmiri anya onye nsị ọflọsh ya osi na pipe baa n'ime mmiri jee na satellite town ka ife ebe ndị be anyị na-anwachisi mmiri n'ala uno mmiri ndị Yoruba lụrụ na kanal mmiri zocha si from satellite si from ebe a osi na pipeline gaa nakpuo na kanal si ebe a kwuru mmiri niile ahụ nwee connection to the nearby ocean ebe ọ ya nakpu iru ebe ahụ jee na amụwo majority part of amụwo owu mmiri anwachisita na mmiri niile ahụ. You are still asking yourself why o ji eme mmiri zocha taa ọ ya before ọta ebe ka ọ ya esipụ kelee ebe ọ ya esipụ ka nna ajụ kelee ebe ọ ya esi wee pụ otu onye Yoruba gwa bịa goro ụlọ ebe a ọ gwa na onye ego iche na onwe ego she no nwe ego ye jigo ugo na ya na-eti mkpu that they are doing this, they are marginalizing us, they are doing us this, they are doing us this, ha na-eme anyị nka na-eme anyị nka mekene nke ihe eme werugodo aka ahụ nyere onwe gị aka nke ihe nyere onwe gị ihe nye onye ọ na-achọrọ ịza landlord ọsụkwa onye arụta ofu mkpamkpu ụlọ n'elu mmiri ma ya wụ na ọwụ landlord o si na isi bata ọ na-agba obe na Lagos a na-eme very nonchalant set of people. Anyway, before me emechie, I am calling on Governor Chukwuma Soludo and the deputy. You people should look and checkmate the activities of Mathias. Otherwise, I will refer you people to today. May God forbid that we will refer back to broadcast America. Then I'm going to talk about insecurity. Don't worry. Tiwembu security of Umunkeu. Enwere so many mission schools enwere na Igbo. Enwere nke ndị sisters fellowship do na Mpo. Enwere all Harrow seminary. Enwere Bishop Crowder. Enwere so many enwere all Kelavaya Carol's Convent. Enwere Bishop Uzodike. Enwere so many mission schools do na East. Ebe ụmụ na go no there na agụ akwụkwọ. And somebody is raising a threat. You are relaxing. As we go talk about student they kidnap. Nke emegole eme ka do akaria nke e ka ya prevent ko gara ime. Abi nke megole eme ka do mba. More na church ya more like an institution that if you want to talk against the church ya no go ka institution. Ntu ndị Igbo si we wuru as a tribe si we wuru institution of people. You don't know. There are some things that you don't say. You have to be sensitive in saying that. You don't have to be all vocal and vulgar because you can incite people. And when you incite people, the result, you are very disastrous. Manane ekuye, onaya gotifa na eku. Kawana nzu, kawana alunzu, abiakwa na family ono. Nde no na in fact, nde no to 500. 480 can a joker. 480 can a joker. You are not thinking about the safety of those 480. You are not thinking about the safety of your Mathias Nemuku and Doka and Wisdom Mama as you go play the full video. Yeah, can play the full video. Can we full reason? Do reason enough for Mathias he declared and new on my own joker. I don't understand. Gen Z generation are here. Mofodu ndị 1980 na-ezuzugharịzi ka ụmụazị amụọ na from 2020 2005 2007 2009 ụfọdụ n'ime ụmụazị a ka ndị amụọ na 1980 na 1970 wee nwe sense ya ịpụta onye ọnwa na-ekwugheri ịchọghị inwe sense ya. Look at even issue of tribe, Melu even Nanibo. Position of Mazan Kano today, condition honor today is still because of tribe. Ndeni Mugole Nanibo today, Mandendami Buru, Mandai Jaka Ibu, Kawu because of tribe. Omegu ne Mapuho, Nife Wasaro tribe and Nife Wasaro region. Nabuk and the Haram, ne Bunda Sata, ne Bundi, all what because of religion. All what because of religion. Nde Fulani men na na-ebusi ndị mmadụ je na eve ha na-ekwu wala achọm ikwuru enisi. It is still inenekwe onwekwara strong foundation na religion. Tribe and religion emegido na ife. Still you don't want to release your sense. Do flexible around that area. Malo na enwere ife na-aza choice of people. Ka ife human right na-eme. Human right na ensure na onye ọna nwere right to live believe provided na ọ ga contrary to the law. That is why Onya Kejigwana and Docha follow no far ahead of us. They introduce human rights to help to protect people against those that will come after their belief as people. You still want us to go and start living as if we are living in the Stone Age. They need the major organizations in Nigeria, Bugolu people in their millions. onwe foundation na religion, onwe foundation na tribe. We still don't want to learn. Ndị ọcha ọka na-eme ife tribe. Ndị ọcha tata amụọ na California, iwe onye California. Ebe ọnwụ na amụrụ today, ebe a ka nationalize, onye ebe a ka ewu. Ifuda na ebe onye ọcha kwukọtara okwu sị ọwụ na Obama bụ onye Africa here, all the way from Kenya. Na Obama nwere ike ịchị America. All the way from Kenya here. Obama nwere ike ịchị America. Keriva anyị ka na-aka akụkọ onye pụta ọsị na ọwụ onye Igbo, amana Igbo, am nka, ahụ onye Yoruba, ahụ nka. Is it not something ọhụnya ka na-egbu anyị? How many states ka anyị nwere here? America nwere 50 states if I'm not mistaken. Yet they are able to live in unity, not minding their diversity. Yeah? They are still able to live in unity. Abieba, ewo tribe, ewo nka, ewo onye Igbo, na-eme nka, onye ụka, onye omenala. Gwakene m na ọ na Mathias ya gwa onwe eziokwu. What has Ide Church got to do with the development in Nigeria? Kiri ife mmadụ na-eje to build his best personal relationship with God. His personal belief. His personal belief. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. I mean, as a Christian, onye nwelu nni ọ na-eri n'ụlọ can decide to fast. Why no nwelu nni? How is it your business? How is it your business? Onye nke asị, the day you understand that religion is man-made, both that your church and tradition, mgbe Josh na-edu nwokoro, phone ahụ iji n'aka, is it not man-made? Do you know how you struggle to protect that your phone? Because of benefit phone ahụ na-enye you. Tell me, from Akpanyi, I can never allow you to remove this cloth na ahụ because na iyipụ ya ọfụ nke ahụ man-made. Nke ahụ man-made wu nke nji man-made akwa wee kpuchi. Kedu ife unu na-akọgheri udiri ife nwe isi? Onye ka nji wee sị, there are some teachings that are not relevant because onwe ife nji eme. Ụfọdụ teaching na maasị dibịa ha onwere ife nji those teaching eme. It is useless to me. How can you tell me that religion is man-made? If religion is man-made, phone now, what is it? Miria, what is it? Power bank here, what is it? This power Mike Monyo yourself amahom ebe unu kwụsịrị ịnụ ife na-ekwu. So for onye na-asị that religion is man-made, yes, it's man-made. Allow people to, you are free to preach to people to change from what they believe in, but onye nye power force mmadụ, onye nye power force mmadụ. There are so many man-made things we need. They are still part of day-to-day running of Ndwai. They are very critical to the day-to-day lives we live. In fact, you cannot do without them, yet they are man-made. In fact, those man-made things are made to supplement those natural things. Amu ekunambada is a natural thing or man-made. But I bet you cannot move out of your house without that man-made cloth to cover that nakedness. So, unu na-esi eje borrow ta orientation unu ji ekwu for the ife. Vehicle, motor anya today is a man-made. Plane anya is man-made. Ship is man-made. Yet, all these things are very critical to day-to-day lives we live here. You need that man-made ship to transport your cargoes, goods from China to Nigeria. You need that man-made aeroplane to fly yourself from here to China. You need this man-made effort for you to be able to know the time and keep to your appointment. You need this man-made bottled water for you to be able to drink clean water. You need this man-made phone to be able to communicate. You need this man-made mic to be able to enhance the sound. You need this man-made tape to be able to seal up if he may go. So who says that religion is the only thing that is man-made? If you are saying it is man-made, yeah, let me flow with you in that argument. Have you seen that some of the things Sonuneku is as useless as ever? It's more like useless as a tissue paper use. China people are busy producing phone, but you are here fighting for church. They are busy producing phone. Yes, I am productive in my own area. Ensure that you are also productive in your own area. Phone man may be a kita. I will take it to Computer Village. A fix here. I won't take it to China. Guess what? I will not take this phone to China. Shelf Nina Deba. I did not import them to China. Whereas name will foreign one, which you can also import from China or anywhere. But this shelves needed there was made here in Lagos by our people. So I want to understand when you talk about the China and America, and we are busy doing this. Phone motor who may be here today, I can take it to a mechanic. A budget motor man Victor on a first stack. Victor has a PCC engine motor. Assemble engine motor. I don't mind. The last time I did not take it to China or Germany. Are you getting my point? The day Nigerian got maybe I got a black person in Joker. In fact, no caposi weapota. Onye na go mo can swear do it. Or be a dosi shalom tayam, look at I am not sure back to now. So can you tell me this nonsense the China and America, the America and America? Tell me. Tell me. We have our black people here who are working as engineers in those countries. In fact, a Chinese man, they need even more. And more Nigerian English teachers. They are paying them a lot of money to come and teach them English language in the Britain. So, all on the China will realize that their Chinese language is not enough to connect them to the rest of the other part of the country. They now have to bring in people as experts in teaching them English language, and they pay them a lot of money. Last time, money from China. No one am there China. Now that can when I could say English. So I don't understand. I don't understand. But the fact is that some of you decide to go. Epochi ubolo ono. Decide to go. Epochi ubolo ono. You want to go? Who decide to go? Epochi ubolo ono. Ona epochi ubolo ono because you people don't know the truth. Ono epochi ubolo ono because no no ezioku. Abayeba, ebayeba, abayeba, ebayeba, abayeba, ebayeba. Yeah? For example, also, sometimes we don't understand you. You are against Dibias. Why Isaac is against church? It's still the same thing. You guys are the same thing you guys are doing. Why are you disturbing Isaac? I am against those people who are using the name of Dibia. Against those people who use Christianity will onya webu nesu we brain. Ifele omebo kita nkọwalụ gị. Agbango sego. Ichi practice ordinana. Practice ordinana in good faith. The same way you can say ichi ikpe ka woka n'ezi obi. When you talk about ndeji ordinana, wele egwu wayo. You now talk about ndeji ụka, wele egwu wayo. But I just not na oka woman made. Now you need to go back to the ways of your father. You need to do this. No kayana. That is the message of Ezako. Shinedumokolo. I hope you know. That is the message of Ezako. Religion is man-made. This one is this one. This one is this one. Religion is only man-made something. Njoge be no kete senne no bendosha. It better become biding solar. Biding solar keta. Go voice note to send there. Biding solar. Biden solar, Biden solar, Biden solar. For technology kita for technology feni na we even docha melu mo na go otono mo na atawa every beck and call una na ekwugeri every day ndocha this but kini mu keri ife life ga ka awu without ndocha nyaka uche mu na ko for the ife onye ocha bia ka o meru nka onye ocha bia ka o meru nka. It is only Christianity with the only man-made religion here. Follow. Mana every single thing on Dosha would beneficial to you. Every other thing on Dosha would do beneficial to you. You see? So like when na unit okafone. What I go? Every single thing Ndocha would allow Balomuna Ulu. Even Mathias, for Mathias, he did Jeben Ndocha, Jene Pute, Moto Ndocha now during the time of Lord Lugard, Biane Leyeba, Uriene Wego. It is still because of Ndocha, could you win with that thing on him? Every day, Oyibo man, Oyibo this, Oyibo that, Oyibo this. You are bragging about taking somebody to India. Why ni Hebrunya Bunaye? Also one bone. Iye bulu onya hipo weji India. Keje wolu medicine ndocha we boy. Why did you not take that person to also one bone? Mbo wando zoni nene wuku living in a global community. Ono kana eme Igbo this, Igbo that, Igbo this, ndi Igbo. Wolu sie ni wonyi Igbo ameputa anything do useful. Onwe vi eje meputa. Onwe hife meru gbara na me lachapu oso ijewe Senate Kidney Center Abuja ijewe ebe nwanu ijewe St. Nicholas na Lagos ijewe St. Nicholas na Lagos ijewe India yeah gwazie m otu mkpụrụ ife Igbo yeah boy Obia, you don't know that they carry your battery. That's why you cannot produce nothing. So that Jesus will do everything for you. Mathias, just look at it. Just look at the group of people you are training. Just look at the group of people you are training. Johel Pharmaceuticals set up a pharmaceutical company factory in Oka, producing almost many of the medical equipment, medical products. Many teaching hospitals in Anambra State and South East in the use till today. Johel Pharmaceutical, locally made in Oka. Only Igbo sukele ba na asim na ebuje battery yeah. That's why he cannot produce anything. Ipota na nko Nnewi je na nwa agbala. Ifwebo mwaze bae na amuchi ife ndocha lulu into our own ifa. Japan of Africa is not known. Je na aba. Ka ifwebo mwaze bae na alu akpukpu. Ana akwa na aba. Onwe one man nwere a clothing factory na aba. Ana akwachasicha akwa na aba buri ebuje Kenya. Buje South Africa, buje na imokwe ebe akpukpu esi na aba ebupu na-eje. Many of those people Christians so kwande na-eje na-eme odinana n'ime ha. So tell me, what has religion got to do with how productive you can be? Tell me. There are those artificial things that we fight. Some of those things, some of those problems were man-made. Even at that particular point, onyocha na esibe ndocha bia synagogue ebe abia cho solution. Because no onyocha mana nka akali go ife mmadu yeme. President na-ashi obodo. President na-ashi obodo na-esi obodo ye we resources niile ahụ nwere bia sekpuru ana n'ihu altar. Mmadụ na ife a nigomo na ife a wuzi onye karịrị mmadụ ka pawa adụlụ nọrọ ebe a na-akọ ifo ezugo live Ezakụ alone live on Ezakụ alone. Ịghọtago kedu ife ị na-ekwu agbaghị ebe a unu eje ebe a agbaghị ebe a unu eje ebe a agbụ na ebe a unu eje ebe a. I have just made you to understand now that Mathias enwere anything na ụmụ ọ na-akọ. He's talking nonsense. He's talking nyanyampo. He's talking nyanyampo. Bana nkwo Nnewi today. Irokeful people engaging in different activities. Machine umebie na Nnewi amomi onwebu onye nnụrụ n'obuje machine ya buje ebe ndọcha alụrụ engine machine ahụ. Mana ndị be anyị ya tosa engine ahụ. In fact, ndị be anyị na-ejezi be ndị ọcha gwa ndị ọcha ife achọ ka alụọla anyị knowledge anyị rụọlụ m ife dị otu a. Ọ mmadụ gwara ndị ọcha doo na power bank na-ebu ibu rụọlụ m nke a. Some of these things ndị ọcha need ebe ha because na ha na-enwe ọkụ. Some of these things ndị ọcha ha use. All these things wo mind of an African man, a Nigerian man. Biko na ya enwe ọkụ be anyị kedu ife mmadụ nwere ike iji as a external power. Ọ pụọ n'ilo phone ya nyowa orie charge phone ya o je rụọ ya buru ebunata. During the time of phone mgba na nchọ phone ya ebu radio show phone ya dey eme browsing show phone ya dey eme fa show phone ya dey eme fa show phone ya dey eme fa. Ọkwa onye Igbo dokayo ọ hapụrụ brain ha jee na China lụọ ebata ewurukwa egbu ozu were enwe ego. During the time of solar ndọcha unu one ka ya afụ na America amount solar. Most of those obodo government they generate electricity. Akwụọ ụgwọ nwa you pay your tax. When you pay your tax on all these things you enjoy it. But all these things whom even the Igbo na ndị Nigeria ji obi ha wee chepụta match with Western technology eme ya ọdụ possible. Nọrọ ebe a na-akọ ndị China na-alụ nka ndị China. So ịmụọ na ife China na-alụrụ America ka nkụ. Ịmụọ na ife China na-alụrụ different countries waja. You don't know. You don't know. Ịmụọ na the cost of producing handmade clothes in China is too expensive. Na China ọ na South Korea ka ha na-eji alụ clothes because na labor to ship ebe a. These are the factors somebody like Mathias can never understand. These are factors somebody like Mathias can never understand. Yeah? Eji mo se jede ndocha na onye ocha nwere nke a onye ocha nwe nke a onye ocha na-eme nke a onye ocha na-eme nke a ajọ ma ajụjụ se onye ọ na-akpagharịkwa akpagharị n'obodo a onye nọ mkpọ na-ekwugheri ife kere ife fọla anyị elu n'obodo a ka ife fọla anyị elu n'obodo a. O nwere mgbe na-eme apụta eje kpọta ndị ọcha ha bịala unu nwanne kịta kpọta ndị be anyị ga n'ụlọ alụchachacharụ unu adụ ka ife ji ebe ndị ọcha jebute anyị narị alụsi unu ndị ọcha ya bịa emureti ọ ife anyị nwere be anyị mmadụ a na-ekwugheri na ife ndị dụka vinteji ha na-alụ vinteji ha ndụrụ chi imebeghị ishe na-ejesi China blueberry abịa dobe ebeghị. Ọ ife ndị be anyị na-eme. Many of those people onye adaghị eje ụka ọ na-eje omenala onye adaghị. So tell me that message Mathias when now you are leaving Jesus Christ for everything to do. They are preaching Jesus to us, making us to believe that there's nothing we can do our own. Owu etu akịta ọkụ m nyugolu ka na-eme ife na achọ ka subscribe o sola m. Owu Jesus Christ ya bịa subscribe ru sola ọkwa m na ha achị subscribe sola m ka sola m nwekwa. Ana m ajụ ajụjụ na oge ọwụ na chiji ọkụ adụghọ ijekwata fuel ọwụ Jizọs ka ị na. In fact chọọchị ahụ ị na-eje ọwụ Jizọs bujerewu chọọchị ya ọhụngụ ji aka kwụ ụgwọ moto baa moto aga ụgwọ ọhụ igoro n'irie ụgwọ akwụkwọ ụmụ nuo ekwu ụgwọ akwụkwọ ụmụ. Can you tell me any single thing ị na-eme onye enweghị ego iju n'ọgwụ enweghị ego iju n'ọgwụ? If you have an opportunity of assisting him, assist him and don't talk nonsense.
ọhụmụ ya eje n'ụlọ ọgwụ Mathias na ụlọ nwere jee ka enye m free treatment ọmụ ya eje onye ọnwụ na jere ebe ahụ onye enweghị ego itriti onwe ịghọtago onye enweghị ego ife ọnwụ na mmadụ meghepụrụ ọnụ na mmadụ n'ụwa ahụ ife onweghị ọha ife onye provide nwere onwe in case if you don't know so ọ na-akọzi na jablata niile ụrụ na-akọ Mathias pụta ọsịgo na-eme jee na teaching hospital Nnewi iru ebe a ka ịfụ patients nọ na bịago n'ụlọ ọgwụ Mathias ha eluru nke nọ na even children ward na teaching hospital jee na Amakụ jee n'ihe enu kpagharịa ebe niile kedu ife dị ife ahụ ọ sịrị n'ọnya ka ọ na-emepe anyị anya n'ọnya ya bịazigwa m na nri ahụ eje m n'ọgwụ nya ya bịagwa m na agụgụ m eje rie nri nya ya bịagwa m na ụlọ atọ m eje lahụla na bed nya ya gwa m na nchi ime travel eje mba moto kedu ife dị ife ahụ ọ sịrị n'ọnya ka ọ na-akụziri anyị kedu ife dị ife ahụ ọ sịrị n'ọnya onye ahụ ọ na-asị na ọ na-eche ka Jizọs bịa mere ife niile ọwụngụ gori akwa oyi n'ahụ wee isi ọta ọwụngụ gwarịa nya rie nri n'ụtụtụ ka agụ ghara igbue kedu ife dị ife ahụ iche na-agwa ya ife ọnwụ na mmadụ bịakwutere onye ọgwụ ka imerie wee ife onye ahụ anyị emenwuru onwe ọ ife niile onye ahụ onwe kapasiti ime kedu ife Jizọs Kraịst nwee to do with that ebe ịfụrụ a sịrị na etu a ihu anyị dị n'iche n'iche etu a ka nsogbu anyị na-ekpere anyị si wee dị iche n'iche nje n'ụlọ ụka kịta sekpuru ana ọha ife nna ayọ ka onye nọ na nkọ na ayọ imeghe obi mmadụ niile nọ n'ụlọ ụka kịta ihe afụri onye enweghị ego ọha ego dị ka ọ na-ayọ ihe afụri onye enweghị ego ọha na ego wu ife ọ na-ayọ Chukwu ife ọ na-ayọ dị Chukwu one other thing so you cannot even assume prayer point onye ọna nọ n'ụlọ ụka agwa onye ọna kịta dee prayer point obi atụ wi na basket ya atụsịkata prayer point ya dị eti mkpu ifụri na majority of people ahụ ego in fact problem na-ebuje more people to church or spiritual places is not money ndị niile na-eji agwa oke itewu ndị oke ọchịchọ ịghọtago ọsọ n'ụlọ ụka ka mma gwa na mmadụ ya dey pray for success God bless the works of my hand ọ na-ekpe ekpere na-asị Chineke nya bless ya the works of hand ya mee ife ịghọtago so tell me where Mathias got the instant that they are leaving everything for Jesus to do. They are doing this, they are doing this, they are doing that. Are they kwugheri? Ka ndebe no ya ọdụkwa nwa obele anyị shiatakwa ọzọ. Ịghọtago? Ọdụkwa nwa obele anyị shiatakwa ọzọ. Ịghọtara? Ọ karịa etu a ka m coordinate ya sola m.